Hey guys, my name is Jason with Mount Baker Mining and Metals, and on today's video we're going to be demonstrating our 16-inch by 12-inch hammer mill run by a gasoline Honda engine, and it runs wet and discharges down onto our sluice, so you have a total complete package. You can put ore in the top and get gold out the bottom. So this unit is completely mobile and it's run with a gasoline engine, and all you need is a water source, and you can be shoveling ore in the top and getting gold out the bottom in the sluice. It can fit in the back of a pickup truck, so you can take it directly to your mine site. It doesn't need a generator or anything else to run, and so you can be processing ore same day as you get on your site with very little setup time or teardown time. So with the clutch, it allows you to engage the hammer mill at the higher RPM, which helps get that rotor going and overcome that initial inertia. So this unit has quite a few water ports on it. We add a little bit of water down the top, and then we also have water injection on each side, which helps keep the material moving and the slurry going that falls through the screen. Once the material comes out, we have this sprayer bar for added water for the sluice. The material comes out as a slurry, it gets mixed here for the correct amount of water, and then it runs down this fine gold recovery sluice into the tailings pond. And with this unit, if your tailings pond's big enough or you have a large enough water source, you can recirculate the water over and over again. You don't need clean water to run this system. So here's the ore we're going to be running today. It's some tailings, it's some low-grade ore. It's all I had though. I've taken it, I've screened it to about 1.5 inches minus. And so we'll get this, we'll run it through the hammer mill, it'll come down onto the sluice, and the gold will be caught in that expanded metal and that miner's moss. All right, guys. So now we're going to clean out the sluice here real quick. And it's pretty fast. It's just these three wing nuts here that you can see down the middle of the sluice. And I'm pretty excited. I think this thing works really, really well. You guys can see the applications for small scale miner, the ability to put this in a pickup truck, take it up into the remote locations in the hills, and start essentially bulk sampling tailings piles or ore piles or small veins, places that are hard to get to. Also the ASM, the small miners in Africa and South America and other places that want to process some tons and get a fine grind and not use mercury. It's all gas powered, just needs a water source. And I think a lot of places probably can do gravity feed water sources, so you don't even need a pump. We'll just wrap up our miner's moss here. And then we'll get it washed out in this pan. And this is just a real quick demonstration. Obviously our tailings pond isn't really set up and water's running all over the place, but we got to get this shipped out to a customer here tomorrow, and he's excited for it, and we're excited for him to get it. And so in the future, I'm going to have a lot more in-depth videos and processing more, and hopefully this summer I can take it out in the field and process some more on site. But again, this is just a real quick demonstration just to show you kind of what we're working on and the advantages of some of the new equipment we have. So we'll just get this cleaned up and rinsed out. You can see that miner's moss comes nice and clean. Just take a little bit of water and we'll wash down our sluice here. All right, so now we'll just do a kind of a quick pan here of our concentrates. See if we got any gold. So there's our gold from 3 buckets that weren't even full. So that is, I'm actually impressed. That's a lot of gold for that little bit of rock we ran. So maybe those tailings aren't so low grade after all. But you can see how fine the gold is. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. It's really, really fine. The sluice does a really good job of catching that fine gold. And there's even some bigger pieces in there. So we've taken the top off the hammer mill here, and I wanted to show you guys kind of the internal mechanism. These are our hammers. These are that high chrome iron hammer that's real abrasion resistant. There's 20 hammers in this mill. There's 4 rows of 5. And then down here underneath the hammers is the screen. And the material has to stay in here until it gets crushed up fine enough to go out those little slots there. And the screen comes all the way around 180 degrees. So there's the back side of the screen. And so that's what the inside of our hammer mill looks like. To change the hammers is really easy. You just take off these side plates here that bolt on. There's 2 bolts for each side plate. So once the side plates are removed, you just pull the pin out. You can take off all the hammers, flip them around, or replace them if they're totally worn out. Put the pin back in, bolt the side plates back on, put the lid back on, and you're up and running. It takes about an hour to do. and the hammers will last, depending on the hardness of your ore, anywhere from 30 to 100 tons. So you might be doing it once a week or two, and it's a fairly easy process to do. So we're excited about bringing this new piece of equipment onto the market. I think it's really versatile and has a lot of good benefits for miners across a huge spectrum. As you saw, we have the high chrome hammers. The screen in here is a 1.2 millimeter. We actually have a smaller size screen for finer grinding at a 0.8 millimeter. And this machine will do somewhere between 0.5 to 1 ton an hour, depending on how fast you can shovel into it.